The word telescope and the invention it describes have a rich and fascinating history that stretches back to the early 17th century. This invention revolutionized astronomy, changed our understanding of the universe, and remains one of the most significant scientific advancements in human history. The story of the telescope is intertwined with the lives of several key figures, most notably Hans Lippershey, Galileo Galilei, and Johannes Kepler. The origins of the telescope. The term telescope comes from the Greek words tele, meaning far, and skopion, meaning to look or see. The invention of the telescope is commonly attributed to Hans Lippershey, a German-Dutch spectacle maker, although the true origins of the device are somewhat debated. Hans Lippershey was born around 1570 in Basel, Germany. He moved to Middelburg in the Netherlands, where he established himself as a lens maker. In 1608, Lippershey is credited with creating the first practical telescope, although there are claims that similar devices may have been independently invented by others around the same time. The story goes that Lippershey discovered the magnifying power of lenses when two children in his shop looked through two lenses held at a distance from each other, observing distant objects appearing closer and larger. Recognizing the potential of this discovery, Lippershey developed the first known refracting telescope, which used a convex objective lens to gather light and a concave eyepiece lens to magnify the image. Lippershey's design was simple yet groundbreaking: a tube with lenses at both ends that could magnify distant objects by 3 times. He applied for a patent for his invention on October 2, 1608, and offered to produce telescopes for the Dutch government, which saw its military potential. Although Lippershey did not receive an exclusive patent, his design was widely circulated and quickly replicated by others. The name telescope itself would not be coined until later, but Lippershey's contribution laid the foundation for the development of more powerful and refined versions of the instrument. Galileo Galilei, the father of observational astronomy. While Lippershey is often credited with the invention of the telescope, it was the Italian scientist Galileo Galilei who truly revolutionized its use and demonstrated its profound implications for science. Born in Pisa in 1564, Galileo was already an established mathematician and physicist when news of the Dutch invention reached him in 1609. Although he had not seen Lippershey's telescope, Galileo quickly grasped the principles behind it and set out to improve the design. Within a matter of months, Galileo had constructed his own version of the telescope, which could magnify objects by 20 times. He turned his telescope to the night sky, becoming the first person to systematically observe celestial bodies with the aid of this new technology. The discoveries Galileo made through his telescope were nothing short of revolutionary. In 1610, Galileo published a short treatise titled Sidereus Nuncius, or the Starry Messenger, in which he described his observations. Through his telescope, Galileo discovered that the Moon was not a smooth, perfect sphere as previously believed, but was covered with mountains and craters. He observed that Jupiter had 4 moons now known as the Galilean moons, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, which orbited the planet, proving that not everything revolved around the Earth. He also observed the phases of Venus, which provided evidence that Venus orbited the Sun, not the Earth, further challenging the geocentric model of the universe that had been widely accepted since ancient times. Galileo's observations provided strong support for the Copernican model of the solar system, which proposed that the Sun, not the Earth, was at the center of the universe. This was a radical idea at the time, and Galileo's findings brought him into conflict with the Catholic Church, leading to his eventual trial and house arrest. Despite this, Galileo is often hailed as the father of modern observational astronomy, and his contributions to the development and use of the telescope were crucial in advancing human knowledge of the cosmos. Johannes Kepler and the improvement of the telescope. Another key figure in the history of the telescope is Johannes Kepler, a German mathematician and astronomer. Kepler was born in 1571 in the Holy Roman Empire and is best known for his laws of planetary motion, which described the orbits of planets around the Sunday. Kepler was also deeply interested in the optics of the telescope and made significant improvements to its design. In 1611, Kepler published a treatise titled Dioptrice, in which he described how the telescope worked using the principles of optics. Kepler recognized that the refraction of light through lenses was responsible for the magnification of distant objects. He proposed a new design for the telescope that used two convex lenses instead of the concave eyepiece lens used in the original Dutch design. This design, known as the Keplerian telescope, allowed for a much wider field of view and greater magnification. Although Kepler himself did not build this new type of telescope, his theoretical work laid the groundwork for future developments in optical instruments. The Keplerian telescope was later built and became the standard design for many years, particularly in astronomical observations. This design is still used today in modern refracting telescopes. The evolution of the telescope. After the initial breakthroughs by Lippershey, Galileo, and Kepler, the telescope continued to evolve and improve. In the late 17th century, the English scientist Sir Isaac Newton developed the first reflecting telescope, which used a curved mirror instead of lenses to gather and focus light. Newton's design solved many of the problems associated with chromatic aberration, where different colors of light are focused at different points, causing blurred images. The reflecting telescope became the preferred design for large astronomical telescopes and is still widely used in modern observatories. The development of the telescope also had profound implications for our understanding of the universe. Before the telescope, the universe was thought to be a relatively small and finite space, with the Earth at its center. The telescope shattered this view by revealing that the universe was vast, complex, and full of previously unseen wonders. The discoveries made through telescopes challenged long-held beliefs and paved the way for the scientific revolution. Today, telescopes come in many forms, from small handheld devices to massive observatories that can peer deep into the cosmos. Space telescopes, such as the Hubble Space Telescope, have extended our view of the universe even further, revealing distant galaxies, black holes, and the remnants of ancient stars. The word telescope has become synonymous with the exploration of the unknown, symbolizing humanity's enduring quest to understand the cosmos. Conclusion. The history of the telescope is a story of human curiosity, ingenuity, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. From Hans Lippershey's first practical design to Galileo's groundbreaking observations and Kepler's theoretical advancements, the telescope has played a pivotal role in expanding our understanding of the universe. The invention of the telescope not only changed the course of science but also transformed our perception of our place in the cosmos. Today, the telescope remains a powerful tool for exploration, reminding us that the universe is vast, full of mysteries, and always within reach if we only look a little closer.